what's up, YouTube? What's happening, fam? What's happening with everybody out there today, man? I hope everybody having a great day, being productive, making money. It's your boy Trucker K, man, King of Transport. As y'all can see, man, I got my attire in. Yes, sir, it's in. I got like maybe a whole 2 weeks of uniforms that last me when I'm out on the road. Right now I'm doing my 34-hour reset. I'm having a good run with JB Hunt, man. I must say, man. Thanks, JB Hunt. Thanks to the CC coordinators over there, man. Thanks to all the people that's making it happen for us, man. You know what I mean? Because without them, it won't be no loads. And without us, the loads won't be ran. So I appreciate it. Big hug to everybody out there, you know, that's affiliated with this trucking industry, man, because y'all helping us, we helping y'all. If y'all don't look at it that way, let's look at it like this. Y'all running loads to get products to my family. I'm running loads to get products to y'all family. And I'm gonna tell you like this here, man. We all one big industry. We all work together. And at the end of the day, you know, we just making it happen, man. You know, we run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I know it's not 24 hours a day, but we running. There's trucks moving around this world, around this country, 24 hours a day, man. It may not be you, it may not be me, but somebody's out there moving. And that's just the way it is, man. Let me give you a little rundown, quick rundown on everything that was going on with me, man. As y'all know, I've got my truck from SFI on April 17th. I drove my truck from Phoenix back to Dallas, went to orientation, got all the information I needed. You know, April 19th, April 20th, April 21st, I was on the road, man, making money. I was on the road making money, man. I think my first payment of my truck came out last week. That was like May 12th, something like that. But we making money, man. We making progress. I've been working with JB Hunt for almost 3.5 years, man. Since I've been with JB Hunt's been good to me. I've been great to JB Hunt. I've been a trainer on JB Hunt team, man. I've done trained a lot of guys. I done ran a lot of loads, man. I done did a lot of submitting paperwork, man. I done did a lot of pre-tripping. I done did a lot of trip planning, man. I done a lot of stuff when I was company driver. I was ready. I felt like I was ready to jump out the nest. I jumped out the nest, and I'm soaring. Right now, I'm in my truck, but I'm out taking my 34-hour reset, you know, before I fly again. I've been on the road since April 21st, but I have been back home. I've been home for about 3 days, due to me having a cracked windshield. I was going through North Carolina. In North Carolina, I was behind this truck. I don't know how that happened. A rock just popped up, jumped across my hood of my truck, hit the windshield, and it hit me right dead center, right there in my eye view. I could have got away with it if it was on the passenger side, but I just couldn't deal with it, man. It was like a sword to my eyes, man, when I nothing dust under the rug, man. You know what I'm saying? I rode about 2 weeks like that. So I got home. Once I got home, got my windshield fixed. I went to Safe Light. Shouts out to Safe Light. Those guys did a pretty good job on my windshield. Got me back going, calibrated. But the guy that put my windshield on, man, he put my windshield on exactly the way it was on the beginning with. Everything is working. I went up to the dealership over at Freightliner. I'm back, man. It was some type of phone call, man. I know I shouldn't have answered because I didn't know the number, but back to what I was saying. Hey, man, I went to Safe Light. They got my windshield back up and running, man, and my windshield was great. After I got my windshield back on, the dealership couldn't calibrate my cameras and my rain sensor that was on it due to the weather, because the weather was messed up. But I visited another Freightliner in another state that was actually, the weather was great. He got up there, he looked at it, he was like, you know what, sir, I'm not gonna even lie to you. Whoever put this windshield on, they put it on just good enough where them cameras can see through the holes. There's holes up there for the cameras to sit in, and the sensors and the way it was positioned. He said it was put on was perfect. And he asked me, was everything reading from the dashboard or lane departure and things like that? I told him, yeah, I'll get all that. He was like, well, sir, I'm not gonna even sit here and lie to you. You don't need to be calibrated. I'm like, okay. I left it like that. So I ain't been back to get calibrated. But all that's beside the point, man. You know what I'm saying? My truck is back up to date. Is in great standards, man. Well, Indiana, I'm going through Indiana, man, and the wind was so bad through there, man. It literally popped off. I was having a bad week. The first week I got my truck. The second week I got my truck, man. It popped. There's a plastic piece on you guys' mirror. If y'all ever just paying attention to your mirror on your driver's side, look at the bottom of it. There's a little piece that hangs from the bottom. That's your sensor. That's your weather sensor, your air sensor flow that goes to your mirrors. Now, I'm gonna tell you something about the mirrors, man. Now, if you got a 2021, well, maybe 2020, I don't know. I mean, I drove a 2020 Freightliner as well, because I'm a Freightliner fan. I love Freightliner, man. Can't nobody tell me nothing different about Freightliner. Y'all like what y'all like. I like what I like. Freightliner is with me. That's the type of truck I love. So, listen, man. Freightliner has a piece that's on the bottom of that mirror on the driver's side, man. That piece is a defect, man. Freightliner is aware of it. They say they're trying to do something different about it. Unfortunately, we got stuck with these defective mirrors. The mirror under there, it get defected. Sometimes it's one of the defects that they know about, and that piece under there actually will pop off if you hit a bump hard enough, you know. But unfortunately, in my case, I didn't hit a bump or a pothole, nothing like that. It's just I was going through some bad wind, man, up there in Indiana, and man, that wind got up under there, man, and popped that little plastic piece off. So I drove around for a minute. I even tried to crazy glue it. I tried to Gorilla Glue it. It would not work, man. So I said, "Damn, man, I'm kicking out money. Every time I look around, I'm kicking out money. I'm kicking out money now." I looked that part up. That little piece, that little plastic piece that goes up, that little piece is about that long on your mirror, and that piece was $558, man. $558. You don't believe me? Go look it up. But I'm gonna tell you, I didn't buy the piece alone because I felt like $558 was a little too much for that one piece. So what I did was I looked up the whole mirror. I went to aftermarket site online for freight for commercial vehicles, and they had that particular mirror. By the grace of God, man, that they had that particular mirror, and that mirror ran me $337, and that was with tax. Got it. Matter of fact, I ordered it off of Amazon. No, not Amazon. Yes, I did. I ordered it off of Amazon because I didn't go back to the site to get it. I ordered from Amazon because I was doing a price comparison. Amazon had it for like a couple of dollars less. I wound up buying it from Amazon. But that mirror was $336 and some change after taxes and all. Now, it's easy to put that mirror on. You just need some tools. You can get those 3 bolts off at the bottom that runs around the mirror, and you have to take that door panel off because there's sockets that's inside of that door that you got to disconnect. It connects to your heater, and also, but know this, when you put it back on, you're gonna get a check engine light. Your check engine light gonna come on, and if you put it on, if you install the mirror properly, 9 times out of 10, that check engine light is gonna go off, because it went off on my truck as well. It was just, if you have I went to the service desk, they tell me, they say, man, yeah, it will put out a service engine light instrument on your dashboard, but it should go off if this mirror was installed right. And that's what it did. It went off, and I had a problem with it since. It worked fine. The heater come on it and everything, man. So, you know, other than that, man, it's been a good truck to me, man. I've found out some good features about this truck since I've been in it. The truck starts up automatically on its own when the temperature climate inside the truck reaches its level where it needs to come on, it'll come on. You know, you got to set it for comfort zone for that, but I went to learning that, you know. And another good feature that I have, if my wife want to ride with me, she ain't gonna be sitting straight up like this in the truck. You know, they got 2 air ride seats in here. That's a good thing. You know, I got the double bunk. You know what I mean, and got a refrigerator that came with the truck. You know, built-in refrigerator is nice. It got LED lights inside of it and everything. I would show you, but I don't want to show y'all my stuff. You know what I'm saying? I got food. I show y'all, man. It's all good. That's the refrigerator. And that's the LED lights I was telling you. This thing, man, got stuck on me, man. So I don't even use it no more because I don't know how it comes out. I mean, I pulled it out, but it doesn't come out. That's the freezer. I got the rack and all that and all the stuff up there. As y'all see, I got my PlayStation. Y'all weren't supposed to see that. You know what I'm saying? I play my PlayStation when I'm bored. Like right now, I'm doing my 34. I just felt like talking to the YouTube world, the YouTube platform, tell y'all about my experience. But let's go further on. I've been on the road since the 21st. I ran a lot of loads. I went to the Northeast. I've been through the Midwest. I've been to some of the South. I done been over on the West Coast, the southern West Coast side of the country. I just left Wyoming. I had a load that went there. Unfortunately, it was so bad. You know, I've been on a load board and I just couldn't find nothing. I couldn't find nothing in Wyoming. I couldn't find nothing in Utah. Couldn't find nothing in Colorado. I couldn't find nothing up there in South Dakota. My next move was to Nebraska. So I found something in Nebraska. I shot from Wyoming, deadhead from Wyoming to Nebraska. I know y'all probably saying, hey man, that was a lot. But hey, time is money, man. I can't sit waiting for something to happen up there when I see something happening somewhere else, man. So I had to make that move. I really had to do that. Sucked it up and say, hey, look, man, I gotta make it happen. So that's what I did. I drove 400 something miles to get to a load, to get from up that way where the money wasn't coming out at. So I had to come where all the money was. Now, here's the trip part that pissed me off. But I had to get over it. I had to sleep over. I had to sleep on it. Now, I get to Nebraska because I'm picking the load up in Omaha. I get to Nebraska and I get a message that the load updated is pickup time to the 22nd. Now, here it is. I got like 16 hours left on my clock. I'm coming in. No, I'm lying. I had like 7 hours left on my clock. I'm coming in. Okay, I know the load pickup on the 20th. So here it is the 18th. I'm going to sit, do a 34 to the 19th at midnight. 2 o'clock, I should get my time back, get my whole 70. I'll be ready to pick that load up at 8 o'clock in the morning on the 20th. Nope. So they updated the ETA, the pickup time for this load at Kellogg's to the 22nd. I'm like, man. So see, but my week was planned around that Kellogg's load. So since they changed it up on the 22nd, because that was going from the 20th to the 21st to Louisville, Texas, right? I had something to pick up out there in Lancaster on the 21st to bring up north. That ain't gonna happen. So I had to switch my whole route up, man. I was pissed, man, because when I trip plan down to the T. You know, I trip plan down to the T. And I was like, that's crazy. I can't see this. So, but since I have done that, I came up a little bit more money than what I had. You know what I mean? In the first beginning. You know, in the first trip plan, in the first tour I had. Now, I did this one. Now I'm sitting here. I'm gonna tell you something, man. When y'all pre-tripping these trucks, one of the IC drivers mentioned this on their YouTube blog, man. They picked up a trailer one time, and he could tell that one of the yard dogs must have took the trailer and dragged it, right? And not realized that the tires or the brakes were still locked in on the trailer, and they dragged it because they had a smooth spot on both sides, right? On one of the tandem axles, right? So I'm driving, and I feel boom, 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 boom. I'm like, what is that? I'm thinking that's my truck. I'm like, no, man, I just got finished. So I pulled over, did an in-trip inspection, and found that the tires on the trailer, on the driver's side, have been dragged, and there's a smooth surface on the bottom. So I didn't notice it because when I did my pre-trip on the trailer, they was on the ground side. The tires was on the ground, so it was sitting on it until I started driving it. Now, I came to this truck stop up in Nebraska, and so happened they had a tire shop right there in the parking lot. I parked right there by it, so not in the way of where people can travel. I was in the parking space next to the tire shop. So I tell a guy, I say, hey man, I called JB Hunt. JB Hunt take care of the information. They sent everything over to Love. They wanted to fix me yesterday, but I was out of my whack, man. I went on and laid down, and they had me on a list. So he called last night, said, hey man, I got a bay open. I can get you in. I told him, man, I'm in the bed, man. You move to the next truck, man. He did that. Then he called me this morning, and I was going over a few things with my trip planning and stuff like that. And I said, all right, cool, man. I just move it on in. I went in and got my truck together, man. Got my trailer together. So I got my next load. I'm a deadhead again for 138 miles, man. To get to the next load, man, because everything in Nebraska is gone. So, and then that was the only thing that they had. Now I could have waited, but I didn't feel like waiting. So as you can see, I work for my laptop. I pulls up my loads like this. I got my way of doing things, and it works for me. I don't have any issues with it. You know what I'm saying? If I can get the laptop to come up, because everything seems like it's running a little slow all of a sudden. But internet connection, I don't know what's going on. So what we gonna do is we gonna come up out of that. I seen something going on, and I done clicked out of it, but here it is. Sorry about the delay. So when I go to my loads, man, I pick up my loads, like getting my loads, and I look at the whole country. I look at the whole country, because looking at the whole country, that tells me where loads are and different things like that. So I can shoot up and go grab them, or I can go in that state. Like if I land in a state, I'm gonna look at that whole state. But I mean, hey, sometimes it gotta be done, man. I mean, sometimes you just can't get around them not having loads in a particular area you land at. You have to travel some distances to get to the next load. So, and that's what I was trying to tell the little guy I met up there in Georgia one time, because he was like, man, I don't see no loads. I don't see no loads. I'm like,
it's been stronger, man.
Wow.
I don't see
well, man, you gotta look at it like now. Right now, today is the 19th. Right? Now, as you can see, there's no loads on the 19th but that one, right? That's that one load that's going out, and that's the load that's going out. That's damn it, man, what the hell just happened? That one load that's going out, that's on the 23rd. I'm not trying to sit to no 23rd, man. I got money to make, man. My pay period is getting ready to end. So that's what I did. I went on and booked everything this week that I needed to reach a certain quota that I make a week. I like to make between $4,000-$5,000 a week. So I don't know about everybody else. And sometimes I have to lose money to gain money. You know what I'm saying? Like I just did. I went to Wyoming. I dropped a load. I made 3,500 on that load. Came back, but out of that 3,500, I'm about to have to spend at least $200, $275, $300, because I had to travel from Wyoming to Nebraska, and that's on fuel. Everything else, I was good with, So, I mean, in a sense, man, when you think about it, man, that makes sense, man. We're not gonna sit around 2-3 days and wait for a load to pop up in that area. When you could have been 2-3 days, you could have been down the road could have been up into another state in 2 days and went picked up a load and continue to make money. So I mean, a lot of guys, what they'll do is they'll sit there and pray that that a load pop up in that state. It ain't gonna happen like that. I looks in the neighboring states around I'm willing to travel 400 miles if the money right, you know, to go pick up the next load. If the next load $22,000 or $2,700 or $3,000 to pick it up, and you got to drive to it, I'm going to get it, and that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? It ain't worth driving 1,000 miles, 500 miles to go pick up a $900 load. You know. Now the only reason I do that is because I'm pissed now. I'm gonna go get the load, but I'm going home. I'm gonna grab that load and I'm gonna bring it to the house, man. It's what business. But other than that, man, this is a hustle, man. We all hustling. A hustle is a hustle, man. If you don't know how to hustle, you out here, you out here for the wrong cause, homie. You know. So let me show you. This is. Let me go in there. This is the load board I look at. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that's the load board I look at, man. When I get in here, man. When I get in here, I look at that load board. I look at the whole country. You know, looking at the whole country, you destined to get a load. You destined to get a load out of there. You know, you're destined to get money, man. A lot of guys, they go to talking about they're not making no money, there's no loads. They're not telling the truth. You know, there's always money out here. It's just the way you set up. You're not set up right. You're not being productive or being a hustler out here, you're gonna fail. Square business. And I'm not saying that because I want to see people fail. I want to see people progress. You know, I want to see people progress, because at the end of the day, you know, most times, man, when we out here doing what we do, man, you know, we doing this, man, because we love what we do. You know, we not in it just for the check. You know, I mean, we in it for the money, but at the end of the day, I love trucking. I love driving across the country. Sometimes I have my wife with me. She love it. Sometimes I'm gonna bring my daughter with me when they out of school. She love it. You know what I'm saying? They love getting in these trucks and seeing the world. You know, and that's another way of getting out to see the world, blow off some steam and all that. You know what I'm saying? And have fun doing it, making money, having fun doing it. You saw the PlayStation right here, you know? And have fun doing it, man. I got laptop, internet, TV, food, microwave. I got cook pots, pans, everything plug in. I cook off all that, man. Make burgers, cook up with some corn, you know, different kind of stuff, big dog, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we all out here to make it happen, man. And the point of this video is to tell my truck driver colleagues, man, I appreciate y'all. Stay safe out here, man. Make this cocksucking money, man. Have fun doing it, man. Don't be unsafe out here. Check the equipment out. Make sure your equipment is good. You know, all that. You know, I'm gonna show you another system that I got set up, bro. You know, and I know I'm probably bullshitting now, but listen. If you're not set up like this, I don't know what you're doing out here. A lot of these guys, I tell you, they in it for the money, man. I'm in it for the business and the love of it. You know, I'm a real truck driver. I do this, you know, and at the end of the day, you know, we do this, man. You know, if you're not set up like that, you know, I don't know if you can see that, but that's spreadsheets, man. You know, I keep up with all my revenue for tax purposes, business purposes, the way my options, you know, things of that nature, quality taxes, expenses, load information, you know, all that. You know, all my load information is there. You know, everything, man. You know, it's just essential for me to be like that. I'm a business. I run a business. All my ducks in line. You know, all that's there. You know, I had got a message through OCC. my capacity coordinator, he needed a bill of lading that I ran a load 3 weeks ago. You know, I forgot all about that load, to be honest with you. My bad. I forgot all about that load, to be honest with you, because I done ran so many other loads, right? Right. But if you like me, I keep all my paperwork. I tell you, man, I'm organized, man. I'm an organized person. I keep all my paperwork. I keep all my bills. I keep all my weigh receipts, all my fuel receipts, everything. Why? Because that covers me up. You know what I mean? You might look like a person that was somewhere else, done stuck up a place. Like, oh, you fit the description of the man that just ran up against. I'm looking because this guy, he leaving and he's turning so close to my truck, man. Man, them dudes better not hit my truck, man. Say, boy, I'm gonna be mad, boy. I'm gonna jump out, boy. I'm gonna jump out here like a raging bull, boy. Hey, but listen, they come back and get you for this, man. You know what I'm saying? So never throw your bills away. Always keep your bills for at least 6 months. Always keep your bills for at least 6 months, because you never know what happened down the line. You know, they might hit you up and say, hey, man, we're looking for a bill from the last quarter of, let's say, April of 2023. Here it is, December 2023. You know, and you like, I don't know where that's at. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell you. Me, I'm not gonna throw it away. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. I don't care. 8 months ago, I still have bills from 8 months ago. You know, so I'll go in my April folder, open it up, look at my laptop, make sure I ran that first, because if they're asking me for it and I haven't ran it, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna look in my spreadsheet to make sure I got it. I'm gonna go to April. Boom. Load number 1S, whatever. Yep, I ran that. I should have it in my folder. Go in my folder, open up my April file, pull out that April, go through April. There it is right there. Take a picture of it, click, send it. There it is. See, that's organized. You know, you good. You know what I mean? It's bigger than just getting in these trucks, man, and just riding around and going and make money and all this. You got other stuff to take care of too. Like times like this when we doing our 34s, we going over our paperwork. We going over our monthly, our averages. We looking at what we can make, how we can make more money next month. You know what I'm saying? How we can do this, you know, how we can save on fuel for next month, or how much money we need to put in our fuel allowance check, our fuel allowance count. You know what I mean? Things like that. You know what I'm saying? Because JB Hunt, I'm quite sure JB Hunt do the same thing. So that's what we do. We mimic greater companies that's large in mass of fleet. You know, I mimic what they do. You know, whatever they're doing, I want to do just like that, so I can be successful just like that. You know, and that's what it's about, man. That's what it's about. Mimicking who you looked up to, mimicking who you work for, mimicking the people that brought you in. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? If you working for them, 9 times out of 10, they were successful. You know what I'm saying? I got a dispatcher. Sometimes when they're not doing, I dispatch my own loads. You know what I'm saying? I come back, I say, hey, mama, I give my mama a call. Hey, look, I need you to look up a load that's up there in Illinois. You know, I need to do this, you know, because it's all work. You know what I mean? So I tell y'all this, man, to say this, bro. Do the job, have fun doing the job, you know, make money. If you're owned and operated, you are a business, you know, and you're not just in it because somebody told you that you can make more money being an owner and operator. There's other stuff to it, man. Don't look to get rich off this, man. Look to become successful off this, man. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you know, if you're not paying yourself, you ain't making no money. The truck making money and the company making money. You know, I'm really paying myself. I might pay myself $225 a week. You know, everything else go back to my truck and my household. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to keep $1,000 in my pocket, man. For what? You know, I ain't gonna spend it. Matter of fact, let me tell you, I do have $1,000 in my pocket, wherever my wallet is. I mean, wherever my wallet go, but you know, I got $1,000 in my pocket. But you know how long that $1,000 been in my pocket? That $1,000 been in my pocket for almost 2 months, man. I ain't spent it. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I don't spend money like that as much. Where is my wallet? Come to think about it. But anyway, on that note, man, y'all stay up. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Trucker K. Dig. I'm going to say it again like I always say it. You dig? Stay safe to JB Hunt with, you heard me? And don't be getting to no accidents out here. It's your boy. And I'm out.
Say, bro, let me give you a history of your boy, you heard me? Back then they used to call me old ghetto child, you heard me? I fell off for a little minute, you heard me? But now I'm back with a vengeance, you heard me? I ain't gonna say nothing, but I know it made that song about your boy, man, you heard me? But look, I'ma go in and talk my Uncle Bam been gifted on this mic since young in this